Oh, morning. Today we're in Saddington in Leicestershire, south of Leicester. We've got police cars flying around here, there and everywhere. We're just wondering what's going on. And we're going from Saddington, down past Saddington Reservoir to Gumley. And from Gumley we're going up to Smeaton Westerby. And from Smeaton Westerby back to here where we parked the car. Okay? And here comes the police. Wrong again, he's gone the other way. Frightened of the camera. He's camera shy, you see. Well, this is the main street. Where's the sunshine gone? Morning. Morning. Well, that was Weir Road, the Queen's Head pub, and we're just coming round to the church. You get a 2-course lunch there for £4.50. That can't be bad, can it? And this is the church. So of course we've got to go and have a look in the church, haven't we? Farm down there. That's Manor Farm and Riding School. Well, unfortunately the church is not open, so we won't be able to take you inside. Oh, that was what was making the noise. A pigeon just flew out of the bush behind us. It's a lovely cockerel on the top of the tower though. So that's our very short introduction to Saddington. There's a public footpath goes across there. It is very misty this morning, but I'm sure it will clear. We do know that the sun is up there. And that's the road out to Gumley, and that's where we're going right now. There's some stables at Saddington, and this is where the horses come. I know that because of the horsey poos in the road, you see. We're going downhill all the time, so I know we've got to climb back up the hill. We're going right down into a valley here. This is Saddington Reservoir. Very nice scene there with the horses coming. I did say they got horses here. Very misty across the reservoir. Quite a bit of wildlife. Lovely reflections in the water. These two little ducks are wondering whether I've got some bread for them or not. They don't know whether to come close or not. So we'll bring them close. They came swimming over here expecting to get some breakfast, but Ernie and I just don't have any. Hello, bottoms up. Okay, we'll be on our way then. Well, we've now got Mary's little lambs here. Ba ba, black sheep, have you any wool? I don't see a black sheep. Hello, little people. Hello. There's a lot of them here, isn't there? Yes. Yes. Lots of you. Lots of you. You. Lots of you. No, never mind. Lovely little things, aren't they? He's looking at you, kid. I love to see him springing across the field. Really is a treat. Ernie and I were down on the West Somerset Railway and they were virtually dancing, weren't they, Ernie?
Oh, lovely, jumping up.
Yeah, jumping up and down.
He's a nice little one there, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
White is there.
Well, now here we are in the middle of the farmland, out in the middle of nowhere. And that is where I left my old bit of antique machinery. Because now we got combines and things like that. Might be a bit misty. It's a bit chilly on your hands. But it's lovely being out and about. I've got to tell you, when we left Wellingborough, it was a beautiful blue sky. The sun was shining brightly. And then it turns out like this when we get up towards Leicester. But I can see up there in the clouds the blue sky is trying to come through, and it won't be long before it's joining me and you. The sun will be shining to welcome the day as around the countryside we pedal our way. And we have got a nice little hill to climb up there, as you can see. Ernie said, let's get off the bike, he said, and we'll walk up there. And I tended to agree with him, because it's quite a little climb, isn't it? Well, now that's where I was filming from, near my old farm implement a little while ago. We've now come halfway up the hill. Down there in the valley is a pond, and this is now a nice wooded area, and I can hear something coming down the hill. And it happens to be a bloke on a tractor. Now out there in the distance, on the hill, is some kind of monument. We don't know what it is, and we're not willing to go across a grassy, muddy field to find out what it is. So your guess is as good as ours. Could it be the site of a battle? But right near us here, on this road, oh, there's me farmer tractor man. Hello, Mr. Tractor Man. We've got this here, this concrete block, and down there it says OS, which I think is probably Ordnance Survey, BMS 4666, and on the top of there we have that. So there you go. Your guess is as good as mine. I hope you've seen that notice, beware of the bull. Ernest decided he's going to have a look. It's a long way out to the monument, it's a long way to go. I'll see you in about half an hour. Okay, we'll wait for Ernie to come back and see what conclusion he comes to. Meanwhile, I thought we'd have another little break and look at some bar sheeps. All laying down, they've all had their milk and breakfast. There's Mummy standing there, look. So here's my mate Ernie coming back. He's going to give us a full report, aren't you, Mr. Johnson? Going to tell us all about it. So what was that monument all about, Mr. Johnson?
War memorial to the glorious dead.
For what, World War One or two?
1914, 18.
Oh, just the First World War?
Yeah.
Not both World Wars?
Oh, I think so.
Oh. Oh well, thank you very much. Did you enjoy your walk?
No, not really.
Have you got muddy shoes?
No.
I don't want you on that bike if you've got muddy shoes on, plastering it all up. No, okay. Righto, we're on our way again. We're almost in Gumley, which is just round the corner along the road there. Just a little look around here. Foxton is where we went a few weeks ago, to Foxton Locks. We're actually going to Smeaton Westerby, and that will bring us on a circle back to Saddington, we hope. So just have a little look around here at this crossroads. We've just come along there, lovely little narrow country roads.
Okay.
Cattle grid there. And Ernest's just run out of batteries. Ernest's taking all the still shots, I'm doing the video, and then we share and share, don't we, Ernie?
We do.
There we go. There's another track there, Farmer Joyles. So we're just going to pop down. There's a little tiny village, I understand, just down there. We'll go and have a look and see if we can find the church. That's the main street through the village of Gumley. And here we have Tower House, but we don't know what it was before, after, now, or anything. Don't know anything about this at all, but it's a grand building. We just pull into that weather vane up there. What's a pity we can't tell you what it is. And up there, very country-like, is the church. And no doubt we'll go and have a look at the church. And after we've had a look at the church, we'll be going up there to continue our cycle ride. Lovely white railings and all the daffodils at the side of the road. Beautiful. So this is the parish church at Gumley. Nice daffodillies along the wall. We doubt very much whether the church will be open, but we shall go and have a look. And this is just beyond that other strange building. I wonder if that's got something to do with past wars. I do. whether it was a barracks or something like that. We've got flowers waiting to bloom here, waiting for a little bit warmer weather. And on this bank is a lovely array of primulas. We tried the door, we wanted to show you inside, we wanted to look inside ourselves, but unfortunately the door was locked. We've just had nearly a mile downhill cycling, so that was lovely. I actually touched 30 miles an hour on the bike speedo. So that's lovely, isn't it? This is the Grand Union Canal. You can tell we've had a lot of rain during the last month. There's a lot of debris come down the canal, as you can see, floating. And that actually is looking in the direction of Foxton Locks and the Market Harbour arm of the Grand Union Canal.
Really great.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Look at this down here, look.
Yeah, that wouldn't do much good at that, the old propeller.
Cool. And remember, we get canal boats going along here, so not very good really. No canal boats today though, I don't think. Just moving very slowly, like where people have opened locks further down the river. And move over across the other side. Quite a narrow bridge here, look. We've got to go across the canal again yet on the road back to Saddington. So we'll go down at the side of the canal, shall we? Well, this looks pretty wild for a canal. It's usually much tidier than this. But we are way out in the middle of the countryside. Shedding their coat they are, look, getting ready for the summer. Yes, it's very murky indeed. Well, it was nice coming down the hill to the canal, but then we had to come up the hill now, and we were just arrived at Smeaton Westerby, and Foxton and Foxton Locks is 3 miles away, Gumley is 1 mile, and Kibworth Beauchamp is 1 mile. Got some lovely daffodils here, lovely daffodils. And right the way down the road down there, look. Beautiful daffodils. Remember that song, 7 golden daffodils shining in the sun? Got an idea that was Lonnie Donegan, you know. So no doubt we'll go and have a look at the church, and no doubt we'll find it locked. It's a nice brand new thatched cottage being built in there, look. Lovely little tower on the church. This is called Christ Church, Smeaton Westerby. Surprise, surprise, the door was open. Wonderful. So we came in. And what a big church this is. Doesn't look it from the outside, but it really is big. How wide it is.
Yes.
Look at that. Exceptionally wide for such a small church. The closer you go into stained glass, the more colour you get on a video. This is the view you would get from the pulpit, or this is the view you do get from the pulpit. If you were the preacher, you would be overlooking your congregation. And this just shows how big a church this is. Lovely arches. Some more lovely stained glass. Beautiful works of art. Great attention paid to detail. And this is the window above the altar. Well, that was a nice surprise to be able to go in the church. And there is a bell in that little spire there. And there's just one rope hanging down in the church near where the organ was. Well, we're just quietly, slowly poddling round the village. Nice little cottage there. Very quiet, not too much traffic, well, not at the moment anyway. Look at the berries on that tree. Well, I think that's the pub, but there's no name on it at all. This is Mill Lane. I don't know whether it was a windmill. Oh, look at all the lovely daffodils. Must have been a windmill up here. It couldn't have been a water mill because we're high up on a hill. Aren't they lovely? Beautiful.
dead end?
Don't know whether it's a dead end or not, Ernie. This looks like the road to nowhere. Telephone box in the garden there, look. The name of that house was the Hawthorns. Look at all the daffodils in that garden. Well, I think we're going to have to stop and consult the map. Well, there you go, you can see Mill Lane. And when you get farther along Mill Lane, there's a gate across, so it could be that it's a private farm road. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back through Smeaton Westerby, past the church, which is that cross on the map, and then back down there to Saddington Road, over the Grand Union Canal again in a different place. That's where we went over it before, just there. We came up from Gumley, came up there to Smeaton, going back down here over the canal and back to Saddington. And just for your interest, when we left Saddington, we came down here, went round that reservoir. You remember going round the reservoir where the horses were, and down there to Gumley. So what we've actually done is a sort of a triangle, or we call it a circular ride. And I should think it'll be about 7 or 8 miles.
We've done 5.5 at the moment.
Now, Ernie said we've done 5.5 at the moment, so it's going to be about 7.5 mile. And the sun's out now. Yeah, sun's all out. Mist has gone. Beautiful. So we're off back now, cycling through the village, and I've forgotten the name almost of where we started. Saddington, wasn't it? Yeah. Nice house there, shouldn't mind that. As soon as you start pedalling, we're doing 15 miles an hour now. And as soon as you do that, you start to get the breeze. So here we go on the road to Saddington. Oh, what a difference the sunshine makes. Still a little bit misty. Running along there is the canal again, the Grand Union Canal. I said that we got to cross it again, and we shall cross it just down there. And just amazing what a different picture it is once the sun comes out. And here we've got all the sheep and loads of seabirds. And do you know what they're doing? They are pecking at the sheep's poo and taking out all the vitamin bits for, well, nutrition. That's what they're doing. Did you know that? Another true story from Smile Video. Nice little farmstead, that. Okay, Grand Union Canal again. That's looking along to where we crossed it on our way from Gumley to Smeaton. And canal boat parked here, private mooring for the winter, and he's even got a stack of logs there for his fire, look. There. Good morning, or is it afternoon now? And going to cross over the road in a minute, and there we have Saddington Tunnel. In fact, I think it's Saddington Tunnel anyway. Don't know how long it is, but the canal path goes over the top of the tunnel by the look of it. Always lovely reflections, isn't there, in water, and the canal waters are usually pretty still, so it's very nice. There's the arch of the road bridge. My mate Ernie informs me that lamb's wool is a good cure for chilblains. You rub it on your chilblains. Now, when I was a kid, I used to get terrible chilled feet didn't actually have chilled lanes but chilled feet. And what we used to do, and this was just after the war, we used to pee in the pea pot and push it under the bed. And when your urine had gone cold in the morning, you used to dip your toes in it, and that was a cure for chilblains. But I've never heard of Ernie's version of rubbing
No, you
the...
wrap your toes in it.
Oh, you wrap your toes in it?
Toes, yeah, put it around your toes.
Oh, there you go. More information from Johnson and Bellamy. Well, a little bit on the bumpy side, it's a bit stony, but at least it's not muddy. Ernie wanted to cycle along the canal path to the tunnel, so that's what we're doing at the moment. This is the information board coming up. Excuse the bumps, I am riding on grass. Tunnel safety. Extinguish all flames except pilot lights. Keep well behind other boats. Turn off your engine if you have to stop and stay within the profile of the boat. But it doesn't say what tunnel it is, so I can only presume that it's Saddington Tunnel. And I'm sorry, but it is bumpy. There's the path, look. You want to see the mileage as well? 6.44 miles. A couple of ducks down there, look. Oh, just getting off the bicycle. Standing it up. There you go, leaving it there. Good morning, my duck. And a little quack quack. Hey? Going for a little quack quack. Whoa, beautiful. Come on then, you can fly as well. Come on, fly. No, he's not going to. Love to see big birds in flight. You hear the birds whistling. Beautiful. It's twice as warm now as what it was when we started out on the bikes. Amazing what a difference a little bit of sun makes. Go to Stoke Bruin and you can actually get a boat ride through the tunnel, and all the information is there about the tunnel and everything. And yet up here, nothing. Nothing at all. You want to have a look inside? There you go. Is there anybody there? No, I don't think so. I can just see the other end. There you go. So it's not that long, is it, anyway? Mr. Johnson, he's doing the still shots.
Hello.
Just coming back into Saddington now. Done 7.18 miles, so by the time we get back to the car, it'll be 7.5 miles. So that's not bad, but isn't it lovely now the sun's shining and all that mist has gone? Okay, I've got Ernie in front of me. Look, I just turned the camera around. There he goes, look. Oh, that's the Grange nursing home and residential home. Another nice big house there, look. No good me getting a big house, my wife would fill it. That looks like an old school building there. No, that's an old chapel. So we're back in the centre of Saddington, and the Queen's Head over there again. We'll just go up here and have a little ride out to say our goodbyes with you. Well, that's it. Another ride back at Saddington. You enjoyed it, Mr.
Yes,
Johnson?
very good today. Uphill and down dale today.
Yes, it has, up and down, up and down.
Uphills, downhills. They all seem higher going up than you did going down.
He don't like going up the hills. Okay, come with us again soon.
Bye.
Bye for now.